Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial on how to use Artlist.io for beginners, okay? Now this is going to be very simple. Imagine you have spent hours editing your video. You find the perfect sound on YouTube, you upload it, and then you get a copyright claim. Your video is going to be demonetized or worse, even blocked. As a creator, this is your biggest fear. But here you're going to have like a way to get unlimited high quality music and sound effects and even video templates, all for a single price with a license that protects you forever. It's very simple. You just have to sign in for a plan that you actually want. You have the music and SFX, that starts at $10 per month. This only gonna include music and SFX, but you also have more advanced like plans that also are gonna include video templates and video footage. Okay, if that's what you're looking for, and you have even the Artlist Max, which is gonna include pretty much everything, and even the AI videos and images. It's important to keep in mind, guys, that any song, sound effect, or video clip that you download while you are subscribed is going to be yours to use in any project, even commercial projects, forever. Even if you cancel your subscription, the projects you made while you were subscribed are covered. As you can see in the left menu, we have all of the different categories, such as an image, a voiceover, and all that. We're gonna start by the music, which is the most important part of our video, of course. As you can see here, we have a full, menu of different tracks. For searching what music is going to be appropriate, I recommend that you use this little filter tool. As you can see in here, we have genre, mood, video theme, and instrument. Let's say, for example, that you're making like an historical documentary. What is going to be the theme, for example? Okay, it's going to be something like travel, for example. You can here look for travel and you can include them. And you can do the same with the mood if you want it to be epic for a specific part of the video, uplifting, things like that. And you can also select like the genre. Okay, but in my case, I'm just gonna keep this, empty. I don't wanna select it. So here you can see all of the different filters that I have so far. I have travel, uplifting. I'm even gonna add some instruments, okay, to make it specific. I'm gonna add, for example, piano. And I'm going to add, for example, strings. All right, and here I have it. And now I'm just finally going to click on the vocal, okay, and I'm going to make it instrumental. How can you make it instrumental is by, instead of clicking on the plus icon, you can click on the minus icon. So you're basically going to exclude all of the, vocal songs, okay? So you're going to exclude, voices and like, singers. You can also select acoustic from the genre, and that's going to be similar. As you can see, what we have so far is basically like cinematic, a lot of cinematic, songs or, musics. And you can just click on this play button, and that's going to appear here, on this little, like, player. And you can, change to certain specific, like, part of this song. You can even adjust, like, the different volume and all of that. A feature that I love about this is that you can actually find similar songs by clicking on this little thing, this little icon, and the AI is going to try to find similar songs for you. So maybe you have heard this song before in a lot of videos and you don't want to use this track exactly, but you want to find similar, you can just click in here, okay? The search bar is not completely useless because you also have like this search with song match. So you can basically paste a link here from Spotify or from YouTube Music even, and you can start searching similar tracks, okay? So whenever you're ready, just download that music track. Now we're gonna talk about the sound effects, okay? Which is also very important. We're gonna add some atmosphere to our video. I'm gonna click on this button, of course, the sound effects, and the layout is gonna be very similar. We're gonna focus on the filters as well. For our documentary video, I'm gonna need some city ambience, so I'm just gonna click on ambience, and I'm gonna click on suburbs and countryside, but you can also select like people in the city, big crowds, big spaces, metropolis. You have a lot of different categories that are gonna overlap, okay? So I'm just gonna select this, but you can select more if you want, if you don't want to be so exclusive. For example, like public spaces or metropolis as well. As you can see with these two filters alone, I got to this particular sound effect, which says UK cities, outskirt highway traffic, which is exactly what I'm looking for, okay? I'm not gonna play it here, but this is basically, perfect traffic, like sound effect, like an ambience, okay? So this is absolutely perfect. Now you can just download it here, and I'm gonna look for something else, which is gonna be more specific. So I'm gonna remove these filters. and I'm gonna look for Vespa scooter, okay, and see if we can find something. As you can see here, we have motorcycle workshops, small towns, all of this. And yeah, sometimes the keywords that you give are gonna be very specific and they're not gonna appear, so you can try for different variations on them, okay? Like for example, motorcycle, and with this kind of words, you're gonna see that you have a lot of them, all right? So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about one of the most important features, which is the artboards. As you can see here in the left menu, we have the artboards, and this is, you can think of them as projects or libraries, okay? So instead of manually downloading all of them over and over again and having to look for them, what you can do is you can create your different projects, okay? And you can add the sound effects, the videos, the music, and all of that. So as you can see here, I have this particular artboard that I created before, and I have one voiceover that I created, okay? This is another feature that you can use. To create one artboard, you can just click on this plus icon here, as you can see, and you can just tell the AI what you're gonna working on, and you're gonna get suggestions, or you can also create a blank artboard. And now let's say that you want to add one of these, songs or sound effects to that artboard. What are you gonna do? You're gonna click in here, add to artboard, and you're gonna click on example. That's it. And now if you go back here, it's gonna be in here, guys, as you can see. Finally, just a quick comment about the download button here. When you click on download, it's gonna ask you to subscribe first of all, but also it's gonna ask you whether you want to download the MP3 or the WAP file. I'm gonna recommend the WAP file because it's gonna be much higher quality. So in the final edit, you should always download the WAP file. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. You can do basically the same with the footage section and with the AI image and the templates and all that. It works pretty much the same. The important thing is the filters. All right, guys. So yeah, that's it, and thank you so much.